Ever wonder what really separates a good company from a truly legendary one? It's almost never just the product. It's the experience. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain and decode the secret blueprint that the world's best companies use to turn customer service into an unstoppable advantage. Let's dive in.
You know that feeling, right? That total whiplash? One day you have a customer service interaction that's so good you're telling all your friends about it. The very next day, you're stuck in an endless phone menu screaming representative at a robot. So what gives? Well, it's not luck, it's a plan. The companies that nail it aren't just playing the game better, they're playing a totally different game.
And this quote just nails it, doesn't it? Service isn't some sideshow department you stick in the basement. It's the backbone. Think about it. In a world where products get copied and prices get matched in an instant, the one thing that truly sets you apart is how you make people feel. That's the real battleground.
For the longest time, businesses had this totally backwards. They looked at customer service as a cost center, a money pit they had to control and shrink. But the world's smartest companies, they completely flip the script. They don't see a cost. They see their single greatest asset, a powerful engine for growth.
Okay, so how do they actually pull this off? It's definitely not by accident. They don't just cross their fingers and hope for great service, they engineer it. And that brings us to the core idea we're unpacking today, the strategic blueprint known as the service model.
A blueprint is the perfect way to think about it. A service model is the detailed game plan for the entire customer experience. It dictates everything, the tech, the people, the processes, the whole shebang, all to make sure every single interaction is part of a deliberate strategy. It's how you go from just making sales to building real, die-hard loyalty.
And look, this isn't just some fluffy feel-good theory. We're talking about real money here. The data shows that companies that are obsessed with customer experience see their revenue grow over 5 times faster than their competitors. 5 times! So a great service model isn't just about making people happy. It's about serious bottom-line growth.
All right, so if a service model is the game plan, what are the actual plays? What are the strategies you can run? Well, it breaks down into 4 main archetypes, or playbooks, that really define how a company approaches its service. So here's a quick look at the 4 big ones. First, you've got your premium model. That's all about personalization and a high-touch feel. Then there are 2 different flavors of efficiency. One that's obsessed with speed and consistency, and another that's all about being the lowest cost. And finally, you have the digital-first model, which is all about AI and letting you help yourself. Let's see what this actually looks like in the real world.
Okay, enough with the theory. This is the fun part. Let's see how some of the most iconic companies out there put these playbooks into action to absolutely dominate their industries.
First up, we've got the premium model. The whole goal here isn't to be the fastest or the cheapest. No way. It's all about making you, the customer, feel like an absolute VIP. It's designed to build deep loyalty that lasts. See, for companies running this play, it's not about closing a ticket. It's about building a real relationship. They pour money into that personal one-on-one care. And for them, service and sales, they're practically the same thing, because every conversation is a chance to build that bond. The perfect example? Apple's Genius Bar. Let's be real, that's not just a repair counter. It's an entire experience designed to make you feel taken care of. Or think about American Express. They master this with that exclusive white glove service that just makes you feel important. All right, next up are the 2 efficiency models. Now, at first glance, these might sound kind of similar, but trust me, their strategic goals are worlds apart. Let's put them side by side so you can really see the difference. So on one side, you have operational efficiency. Think Amazon. Their obsession is pure speed and consistency. They use automation to make every single interaction feel exactly the same, fast and reliable. On the other side, you've got cost efficiency. This is Walmart's game. The goal is simple: be the cheapest, period. They use super lean operations to deliver that affordability. So one is about being consistently fast, the other is about being consistently affordable. And finally, that brings us to the playbook that basically runs the modern world, the digital-first model. This one is built from the ground up for the online, on-demand world that we all live in now.
The whole idea here is to empower you, the customer, with amazing digital tools. These companies use data to not just react to your problems, but to actually get ahead of them, to solve an issue before you even know you have one. It's incredibly fast, can scale to millions of users, and yeah, it's designed for someone who lives on their phone.
So who are the masters of this? Well, Netflix, of course. That recommendation engine feels like it's reading your mind, right? Or think of a fintech company like Revolut.
They've essentially packed an entire bank into a single app with an AI chatbot that gives you answers instantly.
Okay, so we've walked through the 4 main playbooks. The big question is, how does a company figure out which one is right for them? Or, even better, how do they create their own unique mix? Well, it really comes down to asking a few key questions.
Honestly, it all boils down to these 3 things. First, you've got to define expectations. Who are your customers, really? And what do they actually care about? Is it speed, a personal touch, a rock-bottom price? Second, identify infrastructure. Okay, once you know what they want, what tools and processes do you need to build to deliver that flawlessly? And third, optimize resources. How do you actually structure your team and your workflow to pull this off without going broke? The answers to those 3 questions are the foundation of your entire service strategy.
And here's a really crucial takeaway. These playbooks, they aren't rigid boxes you have to fit into. The absolute smartest companies are masters of the hybrid approach. For instance, they might give their top clients that white glove premium experience while using a super efficient digital-first model for everyone else. It's all about mixing and matching to be smart and effective.
Which brings us right back to the one question every single business needs to ask itself. Are you treating your customer service like a chore, just another cost on the spreadsheet that you need to minimize? Or are you treating it like your secret weapon, your single greatest advantage in the market? Because how you answer that question, well, that's going to define your future.